Hi guys, I hope you're having a great Sunday. We're getting closer and closer to Halloween every day. I have a fun Halloween book for us today. It's called The Legend of Spookley, the Square Pumpkin. It's written by Joe Toriano and illustrated by Susan Banta. This is a book with rhyming, so as I read, listen to see if you can hear the rhyme. Got some sticky pages. Okay. One day in the pumpkin patch, the strangest little pumpkin hatched. Spookley wasn't like his friends, where they had curves, he had ends. Spookley was different, he was odd, he was rare. Spookley the pumpkin wasn't round, he was square. So we have all the typical round shaped pumpkins. Some are tall, some are short, but they're all round. And then we have our friend Spookley. He's not round, he's square. He's actually a cube. But he looks different than all the other pumpkins. And he's got kind of a face that's saying he doesn't know how he feels about being so different. Let's see what happens to Spookley. While the round pumpkins had fun rolling along, poor Spookley sat there shaped all wrong. He tried and tried with all his might, but he couldn't budge, he just sat tight. The other pumpkins teased him because he was square. Spookley wished he was round and could roll everywhere. That is, until one night when they all discovered it's fine to be round when the weather is fair, but there are times it's better to be a square. So we have the whole patch here. Everyone's having fun except Spookley. But they said sometimes it's better to be square. Let's find out. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines, then off they'd go. Bouncing left, slamming right, banging, bashing, what a sight! Spookley sat there filled with fright, but glad to be a square that night. Oh no, looks like a big storm came into the pumpkin patch. They were all rolling around because they were round in shape, like a ball. Oh my. Spookley didn't. He sat right in the same spot. Suddenly, the fence gave way. 3 pumpkins rolled out into the bay. Oh no. The fence broke and all the pumpkins were some of the pumpkins were rolling out into the water. Oh no. Spookley knew what must be done. It was up to him. He was the one. He teetered, he tottered, he tipped, he tried. And finally flipped. He was on his side. And again he flipped, and again he flopped, and again he flipped, and then he stopped. Right in the gap where the fence had snapped, he blocked the way, the hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted hooray, Spookley the square pumpkin had saved the day. Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack, he thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a thump, and another one with a smack. Oh, see here, it's a broken fence, but Spookley fit right in and stopped the pumpkins from rolling out. But now the pumpkins are kind of piling on top of him. Look at his face. Oh my. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins filled the stack with a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash. And then it all went black. Oh boy. Look at all the pumpkins. Can you see Spookley at the very bottom of the pile? Oh, he's holding all of them from falling into the bay. Great job, Spookley. At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked his pumpkins up one by one, then laid them in the warm, dry sun. And when the last was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day. An odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense, was wedged against the broken fence. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too, but there was brave little Spookley, sitting straight and strong and true. Right then and there, the farmer knew of all the seeds he'd ever sown, Spookleys were the most special that had ever grown. Wow, Spookley really is a hero, and the farmer realized it. And the next year, when it was time to sow, he sowed those seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And oh, that morning about mid-June, when the whole pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere, hundreds and hundreds, and most of them square. Wow, look at the crop of pumpkins this year. They're all square and different because he used Spookley seeds to plant them this year. This says, but, ... Some were cubes and some were rectangular, some were flat and others triangular. There was a bed of bright blue ones and bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. There were polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes. Oh, what a garden variety makes. Look at all the different types of pumpkins. Wow. Which one's your favorite? I think I like this pink rectangular one. So cool. Now every year on Halloween, Spookley's patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see the wonders that grew that year. They stop, they gawk, they gaze, they stare. Then they pick a pumpkin that's round, triangular, or perfectly square. So people really like all these unique pumpkins. Now you know the story of how Spookley grew. Maybe someday you'll tell someone too, and they'll go tell someone who will tell another. And maybe one day we'll all discover you can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover. Look at this great variety of pumpkins we've got there. Well, that was one of my favorite Halloween books because it's got such a great lesson to it. No matter what we look like, we all have something special to offer, and it's great that we all are different. Variety is what makes things exciting and special. I hope you are having a wonderful Halloween season. Love ya and talk to you soon.